name is Lindsay Cardy, and this is my persuasive speech for Senior English Semester 2. And this is it. Animal testing. A cruel process in which animals are subjected to repeated injections, infections, diseases, and are trapped in dark, cold cages with no attention or stimulation. But these details are often overlooked by many. Animal testing has been a controversial issue for many years. It even dates way back to the times of Aristotle in the 17th century. But Galen, who is known as the father of vivisection, began the rise of testing on animals for medical reasons. One of his methods was to publicly dissect a living pig, cutting its nerve bundles one at a time. Eventually, he would cut a laryngeal nerve, now known as the Galen's nerve, and the pig would stop squealing. While most would say this is a medical progression, I would say this is cruelty to living things. For one thing, medical testing on animals is completely inhumane. Animals of all types and ages are injected with diseases and medications that they would never encounter in real life. They are artificially infected and then treated with medications that are made for human healing. Animals' bodies heal very different from ours. They are daily put through extreme pain that none of us would ever want to imagine, constantly poked and prodded and observed to see what their reaction will be. And in result, they experience early and painful deaths. Who says humans have the control of life over living things? Why do people see it being their power to take life as needed? As I see it, life is natural, and life shouldn't be interfered with artificially. Neither do we have such a right to take and make life as we please. We are not the creator and orchestrator of all things, so that is not our job or place. But there are many people who will beg to differ. People have been trained to believe that these experiments aren't painful or that the animals don't feel things like people do. The fact is, these tests involve diseases that cause open sores, excruciating internal pain, and death. And what is the reason that we continue to do so on animals instead of people? It is believed to be more moral than testing on people. In the 50s and 60s, there was a drug called thalidomide. It was believed to be a wonder drug, used for insomnia, coughs, colds, and headaches. It was found to have inhibitory effect on morning sickness, and because of that, lots of pregnant women took the drug to relieve their symptoms. In return, more than 10,000 children in 46 countries were born with defects or missing limbs. Most would say that if the drug were tested on animals, this would have been prevented, but the same thing could have happened to the animals as well. Who's to say which life is okay to eliminate? No matter what, these animals are living things too. Just because they can't speak does not make them second class. You wouldn't want somebody to test on the mentally disabled or someone who is brain dead. They can't speak either. The thing is life, and life shouldn't be altered by man. You might be thinking that this is an ongoing process and something bigger than ourselves. In some ways, that is true. But there are little things we can do to help. For starters, you can begin to use cruelty-free only companies. There are many sites, including PETA.com, that you can search to see if you are using cruelty-free products. This isn't only just medications, but everyday household items as well. There are also petitions and pledges you can join to further the cause. While we can't physically end this process ourselves, there are other ways to make sure medications and treatments are safe enough for us. Technology has come a long way, and there is software and programs that are able to be used for doing the same thing we are doing to the animals. Medical testing on animals isn't the only way. It's time to put a stop to the cruelty, and start to find other ways to test safety. Technology is changing, and we are able, so why continue? It only takes a few to make a change. I am one of those few. Are you? That's my speech. Hope it's okay.